nobody ever thinks they're the one that's going to get arrested. That's always something that happens to other people. But guess what? That's what they told themselves as well. It's really easy to do. A few too many drinks while you're out. Being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Mistaken identity. Miscommunications. Misunderstandings. False positives on a drug screening. Any of these scenarios can get you put away. And that's only a drop in the bucket. So if you want to protect yourself, look to R3. At R3 Contingencies, we help you put a plan in place so that if this does happen to you, your life isn't destroyed. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Hampshire Business Show. My name is Chris Pastrana and today we're doing something a little different. It's less business, more music, and we're going to have some fun. We're here with Attacking the Vision with Alec Halley and Jackson Sullivan. How's it going?
Good, man. How are you doing?
Good. So thanks for taking the time to come out today and chat with me.
Yeah, thanks for having us on.
Absolutely. So I wanted to do this because people don't realize that music is business.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of the concepts are the same. And I actually caught wind of you. Someone posted about you online. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I love the opportunity to get into, local stuff. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
So yeah, we're like a heavy metal, like deathcore band, if you want to get specific with the genre. Yeah. We just kind of got into that. Probably 2015 is like when we kind of started it. Yeah. Didn't really do much, didn't really know much of what we were doing. But more recently, we've been starting to kind of like learn more about the business and how to, have an edge in today's world, like with that. And, starting to play more shows and stuff like that.
All right.
Yeah. What did we start 2015? Yeah. Playing more shows. We're going to be doing more merch soon and everything like that. We have a whole album coming, and it's in the process of being recorded right now.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's a little different than our last EP. We're actually going to someone to mix it and stuff this time. Last time I produced and mixed the whole thing myself. Yeah. Which was kind of difficult because I don't have any experience doing it. Yeah. But this time I produced it and we sent the stems in to someone who's been doing it a lot longer, and it's coming out a lot better.
That's pretty good. Yeah. And I totally understand. Like when I started this, I had no experience with the electronics or how to even run a show, and you just kind of learn.
Yeah, you just learn along the way and stuff.
Yeah. So why start a band? I know a lot of people, they kind of start a band and it kind of just sits there. Yeah. But you guys seem like you're taking it down that road.
Yeah. So, like growing up, I've always been surrounded by music. My dad was in a 80s hair metal band, and he was a drummer, and he was also a business teacher. So he kind of and he was always really he always loved business and stuff, and that I saw his band and they were actually kind of in the same spot of where we are now, pretty much when they may have broke up or whatever. Yeah. But they got up to they had a pretty good start, and I kind of growing up and seeing that and always jamming, it's just always been in my life.
Okay.
For me, I've just always loved playing the guitar, so
yeah.
I started my first band when I was in 7th grade, and then I moved, that was in Connecticut, and then I moved up here right before high school, and I met these guys, and we just started playing and having fun. We did a high school battle of the bands, did a couple covers, and we all realized that we really liked what we were doing. Yeah. We wanted to continue with it, so we started writing our own music and stuff like that.
Okay.
Putting it out there. Then we started getting real shows, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I actually forgot to ask when we started, because I know there's only 2 of you here today, and you want to plug the other 2 real quick?
Yeah, so our bassist, his name is Mark, and he couldn't make it today because he's kind of sick. And we actually don't have a full-time drummer in our band right now. He's been filling in for us, but it's looking really good. I think he might actually be in the band
eventually. Not yeah.
He's really cool. His name's Nick Lee, and he actually used to play for a band called Hollow Point.
Okay.
And they're another band they're a lot more established than we are in the music scene. They just kind of they stopped doing shows and stuff. So now he's just looking for other bands. Now we're coming up, so it's kind of cool to see that.
Yeah, a little experience kind of on the other end. And
and he's actually really good friends with our bassist too, so it's kind of cool that they have that connection in the band.
Yeah, I can help get him in there.
That's awesome. So I actually didn't ask at the beginning. What's your positions?
So I'm lead guitar.
Okay.
And I'm vocals.
Okay. Yeah, because I've listened to some of your stuff, so it's impressive.
Yeah.
That you sound very different when you're singing.
Yeah, definitely.
So you mentioned earlier, you said deathcore?
Deathcore, yeah.
Okay. So do you want to give a little bit about where that falls compared to what people are typically probably used to listening to?
Yeah, like I'm probably messing it up too. Like I feel like everybody in the scene, like there's people that are like really anal about it, like, oh, it's has to be this type of thing. I'm just saying what most people associate with those bands. I'd say like I've seen that name thrown around with these bands. Like you could call it metalcore too, but basically like what metalcore is and deathcore. It's like a mixture between the hardcore scene and like metal from like original like metal, and kind of like drawing influences from those two.
Okay.
Maybe even a little bit of like pop in there too.
Yeah, definitely some of that influence.
Yeah.
Like catchy choruses and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that seems to be doing pretty well now. As far as what I know about the music industry, which isn't very much, is mixing a lot of that stuff. Actually, turns out pretty interesting.
Yeah, and a new up and coming thing is actually like hard rap and metal.
Really?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Huh. That's kind of what got me into metal. Like, believe it or not, is like rap is kind of like, I feel like kind of like the beats and stuff, like if you listen to like a hard hitting rap song and like kind of like, and then you like listen to like some metal like that has like similar things like breakdowns and stuff, it kind of I feel like they kind of correlate.
It's the same energy.
Yeah, it's just really cool. Depends on how you want to take it.
Yeah.
We might take a little bit more of an angrier approach to it, but
I like it. So Attacking the Vision, where do you guys come up with the name?
I'll let you answer that one.
Yeah. So kind of like going back to like trying the, like my dad actually passed away in 2013, and his band and like me and him playing music together, like growing up, like that had like a huge effect on me. And he was always like his band was called Steel Vision, and he always kind of explained to me about like how it's kind of like about going for your dreams and not really like caring, like doing what's best for you and not really worrying about like what other people like think about you or like what it is. It's just, you have the vision of going for it. So for Attacking the Vision, it was kind of like we're just attacking that vision, going along with it.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was kind of young when I started, made the name, and I'm like, I'm not sure if I change it, but where we are, it's just sticking because it's already been a couple of years.
So if it works, it works.
People seem to like the name, so
yeah,
definitely. Yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So let's get into the business of this a little bit. How was that? Because I know you're learning a whole lot of different skill sets here. So you got the music, which you guys know, that's kind of your thing, but then you have to figure out marketing, branding, merch, all this stuff kind of comes along. How's that been as a learning curve?
Very exciting, actually.
For our first EP, we didn't really know too much about branding and like marketing and stuff. So we didn't really have like a full like merch store or anything like that, or we weren't selling too much stuff or making money from our first EP. It was mostly just to try to like get us out there and have people listen to us. But we have some big plans for this next album. Like we have a whole merch store ready to be launched, and we've been selling tickets to our shows, which we haven't been doing before. And we've actually had the ability to make money from selling tickets. Like we get 3% commission at the Palladium sometimes.
Yeah. That's good for like making money now, but I think what the big thing is for growing our following is like growing up in 2019, having social media. Like you're here right here on your podcast, just pull up a microphone, you get views. Like that's awesome. If we can post more content, like that's really what it's all about. So we've been getting into Facebook marketing, Instagram marketing, like really just learning how to do ads and promotions through social media, and it's very underpriced. Like for the amount of followers you can get, like
if you target it the right way.
If you target it the right way, if you do it well, like which was
a learning curve.
Which definitely was a bit of a learning curve. But like I've started taking some courses on like how to do it, how to actually start up your own social media marketing agency. I feel like that's something I'd want to also pursue eventually, because I've just been having a lot of fun with it here with music. And for instance, like last year, right around this time, we released a single, and it wasn't the best single. It was okay. Like I feel like the music was good, but the recording quality wasn't great. Like we were still doing it on our own.
Yeah.
And we did like a paid advertisement targeting people on Facebook that like the same genres that we do, and we only spent like $75, and it reached 36,000 people.
That's pretty good, yeah.
And out of the 36,000 people, because I feel like the content wasn't that great, we didn't really know what we were doing with our promotions. Only 10,000 people viewed it, but that was all during the first week during the promotion. And like, if we can get some sort of like catch like that, like that's very like. I think that's
it's actually a pretty good return. You know, if you get 10,000 views on 37,000 impressions, it's pretty good. You know, it's 30%ish.
Yeah, we grew our page a lot. We were only at like 600 likes or something at that time, and then right after we boosted that, we jumped up to like 1,200 likes, and then we used it again after our show at the Palladium. We took like a scene of us doing like a breakdown, and like you see like the crowd going, and like it looked like a really cool video, and it was just shot on an iPhone. And we did like another promotion. We did it a little bit more effectively, and we grew our Facebook following by 500. It was like 500.
700 something in 1 week.
Yeah, 700 likes in a week. Like so,
that's pretty good.
You know, so it's like we just got to
keep.
keep
All like deathcore metalheads and stuff. It's not like fake accounts, which is really cool.
So, yeah, definitely.
That's what paid advertising used to be, but like now it's real people that are interested in your stuff.
Yeah. Which is good. Yeah. And I would say earlier this summer, or was it last year? I wanted to say I went out to what is it? It's a big one, Warped Tour. So there's a lot of people in the area that, you know, what you do might be a little harder, kind of on the similar level, but there's plenty of people around here who are into it. Because I've seen it.
Definitely, yeah.
You know,
Warped Tour is one of the targets we actually used.
Good, absolutely. Yeah, so, you know, it's there, and all it takes is, you know, you got the marketing, you get that 30-something thousand people, and you just got to figure out how to turn it into a little bit of money.
Yeah.
You know, and then you're kind of going from there. Because we live in a time where there's so much availability to do it without professional help.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Really?
So,
Definitely.
You don't need to sign on to a huge label to make something.
You don't have to. You don't have to feel like you have to 100% sell your soul. Like you could work a 9-to-5 job and then come home and create content, work on the off hours, and just make a nice ad and have people come and check it out.
Yeah. So, where are you guys looking to take everything? Are you kind of just, do you have a goal in mind? Or are you kind of just playing as you go?
Like, I think for like ultimate goal, like we'd like to. Well, we want to be. I think ultimate goal would be like, I don't know, just to be successful, be able to make that like our 100% like living. Like if you like, really, that's the dream. As long as we could live off of it, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
And for now, we're just doing everything we can when we're not at work to
to push that dream.
To push the dream. Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of like the macro goal, but like for just keep grinding, just keep doing what we're doing for now, and you know, enjoying it, every little step.
Pretty cool. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so you guys looking to do tours, that type of stuff?
Yeah, we really want to.
Yeah.
We don't have a big enough following in like several areas yet to do that. But
that's
what we're gonna do with this album is we're gonna promote it and hopefully build a big enough following to do our first like mini tour or something like that.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I have something I'll bring up after we're done the interviews. I think it'd be kind of interesting for you guys. So let's talk about some of your shows. You mentioned a couple places that you've played. Do you have a bunch of shows coming up?
Not too many, but we've played around New England, and probably our most recent show was our best show ever. It was our greatest opportunity, and it was at the Palladium, and we got to open up for like two of my favorite bands actually. Born of Osiris, Chelsea Grin, and then Make Them Suffer was on the bill too.
Okay.
Yeah. Those are three like really good metal bands.
Those are names like of people who actually follow and like listen to like deathcore and stuff. You drop those names, they're like, oh, like damn, like you get to play with them, like that's cool. Like it's because like I feel like Chelsea Grin's very like iconic in the scene. One of like the original, like they kind of like transformed deathcore to like what it is today. I personally feel like they did, and I know because there are just some and then just to be able like to open for them, play with them, kind of see them like right in front of me, like unloading gear and stuff, like playing on the same stage, like just really crazy.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we had to sound check with them, which was cool.
Yeah, you get to, get some of that experience from them, like see it, you know.
Seeing how they function a little bit.
Yeah.
Like it up close and personal, I think it was really cool.
Yeah, without trying to be like, oh man, we're not doing it right.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. So do you? I think I asked, did you have dates coming up you wanted to plug? Or
Yeah. So we're playing April 11th at the Bungalow in Manchester.
Okay.
Less than a week.
Yep.
So, that one's pretty exciting. I think we're playing the show right after that.
Yeah, day after in Revere, Mass. And
Okay.
It was supposed to be with Inari, but unfortunately Inari just broke up. But
Yeah,
they were
that was
a
that
pretty cool local metal band, and
Yeah.
they've been in the scene for a little while.
Yeah, that was gonna be pretty cool. But it'll still be a fun show.
Yeah, definitely. And then you said you have an album out. What is that one?
Well, we have an EP out, and
EP,
the
okay.
difference between an EP and an LP is like an EP is just like a lot shorter, I guess, but it's still multiple songs.
Yeah. So we have one of those out. We had like a single, I guess, is the thing that we released last year around this time, and
It was supposed to be a single off of our upcoming album, which it still is, but we had it totally remastered and remixed
and
everything,
remastered
so
it.
Yeah. Now, which one is that?
It's
that's
called
a New Breed.
Okay, yeah, I've heard that earlier. It's really good.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So I've been listening to a lot of your stuff, just
hell
prepping
yeah.
for the interview, and
Yeah,
I'm
there you
like,
go.
this is really good. It's why I reached out in the first place.
There we go. That's awesome. Yeah,
We'll show you some of our new stuff after.
yeah, the new stuff's getting me a lot crazier.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So when's the new one set to release?
We don't-
Honestly, not a set date
Yeah,
yet, because we're gonna get everything done first.
Yeah.
And we have like time goals for ourselves and like
Yeah,
time
gotcha.
limits.
So it's still
But,
pretty early on.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's been a long time, but we went
A
through
little bit of slack.
we went through like several member changes since we released our last single. Like we lost 3 members at once like 6 months ago, which really set us back.
Yeah.
But we're finally starting to rebuild ourselves. We're actually a 4-piece now. We used to be a 5-piece.
Okay.
So that makes it a little easier to keep members in the band.
Yeah. I see it a lot at my level too, just talking podcasts where someone will start a podcast and then within like 5-10 episodes they vanish. You never hear from them again.
Yeah, exactly.
And because it's almost like at the very beginning level, it's hard to find people who are serious enough to actually commit.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably what you're running into is you have people like, yeah, I want to be in a band,
Oh,
and
exactly.
then the work starts and we're like, hey, where'd you go? I can't get you anymore,
Yeah. Definitely. A lot of people, they're like, they just
They
think
never
it's...
get mad at anyone, but like it's almost like they don't know that that's going to happen themselves too.
Yeah.
They're like, wow,
They're like, wait, these guys are
serious.
These guys are actually like trying. Like,
Yeah. And then even if they want to try, sometimes they don't realize how much work it can be.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
it's just like, so I understand adding people to your team who are as serious can be a pain.
Yeah,
It can be a serious pain.
Yeah. Our past bassist was in 2 bands at once, and it was a lot of work for him. So
Yeah.
he's actually in none of those bands now. He just works full time.
He just like, screw it.
Yeah.
It's a lot though. It can be a lot.
Yeah. Because even professionals who are in multiple bands, that's a lot of work.
Oh yeah.
They're always traveling. They never get to be at home. But
Yeah. It's a tough life,
Mm-hmm.
but it has its perks.
Oh,
a lot of money and all that stuff.
fun.
But yeah, that's pretty cool. So anyway, let's wrap it up. Anything you guys want to go over real quick before take off?
All right. Yeah.
There's not too much that we have to say because we haven't like released the album or anything yet.
Yeah.
But like, definitely keep your eyes open for the album. It's gonna be a good one, I think.
Yeah.
Much better than our old stuff.
Yeah, check us out at Apple Music, Spotify, wherever you buy music. That's really it. Just go check it out.
Awesome, definitely. And I'll make sure I put it in the comments and stuff so people can at least see it. And then down the road, when you release the next one, we can do it again. Sit down and chat about it. It'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you guys so much for joining me. It's been fun.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, dude.
This was cool.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely check it out if you're into this type of music. It doesn't hurt to support local stuff, which is why I do this. So everyone be good. Have a good day.